Hey gang, this is David Littlejohn from Roseburg, Oregon.
And this is Wes Holt from Salem, Oregon. And we are coming together today as the Brady Bunch. And what I mean by that is this is a really cool announcement of what's going on with the old Vantage Point Financial and the new Littlejohn Financial. If you know who I am, and if you don't, this is all about what's going on with technology, and part of this is explained in this recording. So we're excited about that. One of the things that we know, there's an old African proverb that I truly believe in, and what it says is this: to go fast, you go alone. To go far, you need to go together. And so that's what we're doing right now. Is we don't want to just go fast, we want to go far. And part of that is building a team. So David, what do you think about that?
Well, this has been something that has been on my radar for a long time. Those clients that have been with me since the beginning, there's been the royal we for years when it was just me working at home in what was a closet-sized office. I always talked about we, building this team. And over the years, that team has continued to grow, starting with Katie, who joined the team. And it's been, I think, 6 years now. And then Justin joined the team. We've got Heather on the team. But what folks don't realize maybe, and we've hinted at this before, you've seen Wes on some of our different outreaches, that we've been working behind the scenes now for probably close to 2 years, bringing our team, well, more than that, Katie reminds me, but for the last 2 years, we've been formally bringing our systems together in alignment to join forces as a team. There's a lot of reasons why we wanted to do this. First of all, we had a ton in common. I know that Wes and I, we've shared many, many things in our philosophy about how to take care of our clients and what we believe in. They're just so well aligned, it was a very natural fit. But there was something else that was important. We wanted to be able to provide more to the customer. Okay, so the question was always, what happens if I get hit by a bus? And Wes, I mean, what happens if you get hit by a bus, right? Well, the answer is you form teams that are culturally a really good fit, that have the same mission profile, and then you work together, and then you get these strengths from everybody's skills coming together. And that's what we're doing now, is it's all about delivering more. Okay, so I want to take a quick minute to just introduce the team members. So Katie, could you introduce yourself and what it is that you do on the team?
Sure. My name is Katie Scheck. I'm the operations manager here at Littlejohn Financial. I take care of a lot of the business aspects behind the scene. I handle billing, a lot of client communication as well, and a lot of odd jobs. So usually if it's a puzzle or something that needs to be solved, I'm usually your gal. So I try to offer administrative support in any way I can to the whole entire team. And that's kind of what I do in a nutshell.
Yeah, I would go so far as to say, Katie, you're probably the resident problem solver.
Yes.
If you've ever seen the weird stuff and you think, how are you going to do that? I love it because Katie is not the person that says it can't be done. She's the person that says, give me a minute.
Yeah, I'm also the resident wand waver. So David usually says, wave your wand and make it happen. And that's kind of along those lines too. So I don't literally carry a wand, but it's been my new thing now.
Right. So we're grateful to have you, and look forward, if you don't already know Katie, we'll look forward to you getting a chance to get to know her better. Heather.
Hi, I'm Heather. I'm the air traffic controller, which is an odd name, but I'll usually be your first point of contact or one of them, whether it's by phone, social media, or email. And then I'll direct you to where you need to go. I'll help you open up new accounts and any contributions and distributions. And then I also have my hands a little bit in the creative aspects of the company, so you might see that a little bit here and there. So I look forward to meeting you.
Yep, Heather gets to do a lot of the behind the scenes, even things like this video. She's helped to tidy things up and make sure that it all works so that you can hear it, see it, all of those things. So we're appreciative to have you on the team. Kelsey.
Another one of those air traffic controllers, kind of the air traffic controller of Salem. I do everything from new account paperwork when you're a new client to transfers, and I'm also the scheduler for Wes. So I look forward to meeting you guys and talking with clients that I already know.
Awesome. And I will say, if you call either line, you're likely to get Casey. Or I'm sorry, I was looking at both your names at the same time. So you're likely to get either Heather or Kelsey, and but they will be responsible for, if they don't have the answer, they're going to find the team member that does for you. All right, Shannon.
Hello, I'm Shannon. I can wear many different hats, but mainly I can be policies and procedures. The financial industry is heavily regulated, so I am going to be making sure all the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed to make the state regulators and the federal regulators happy and keep those advisors on their toes, making sure everything is documented. So that is how I will get to know you clients, is through the back end, through all the notes and all the paperwork that is done.
Yeah, one of the unsung heroes of the organization, by the way, with the regulatory environment, what it is, we spend a lot of time just documenting everything that happens and then making sure it's put in the right places so that the various parties are happy to see it. Or if they're not happy to see it, at least they can find what they're supposed to. So Shannon, we're grateful to have you watching out for all of us and keeping our noses clean. Justin.
Hi, I'm Justin. I'm an associate advisor here in the Roseburg office. I also do a lot of the back office and client-facing financial planning. I'm also part of the investment committee as well. And so when we make decisions to actually do trading and things like that, I'm usually the person that actually goes in and pushes the button and executes the trades.
Yeah, I like the way you understate that too. Justin he's actually got pretty broad shoulders. The investment committee gets to talk about things at a high level, the strategy, the things that we want to do to be adaptive to the market environment. And as you know, that's certainly been a wild ride these days. But at some point, the rubber has to meet the road, and accounts need to be repositioned. Those things have to happen. And Justin is ultimately the one who takes the primary responsibility for getting those things executed. So it's a pretty big deal. It's a pretty soft sell there, Justin, but we're grateful to have you on the team. And if you're ever wondering why you're getting all these things in the mail showing activity, it's his fault. So there are a couple other things that I think everybody should know as we begin to, this is now formally bring these teams together. As our systems merge, it's really, we're coming underneath a single banner. It's a single identity. The team is all working together. It's not two separate offices that are sort of mirroring each other. This is one organization that just has multiple locations. Everybody on this team is incentivized to take care of every client. I think this is something neat about what we do. It's not like going to an investment environment where you have your person, and if it's not them, then you have to wait for that person to come back, right? You don't get the whole team, you just get them. So that to me is a big deal. You really are getting the whole team as we grow together here. Wes, you were saying?
Yeah, so we worked long and hard over, how do we make this transition smooth, and how do we tap into the skill set and the talent of the team. I believe that each individual person that we're working with brings such experience, such different viewpoints that we actually have, you could call it a brain trust, but it's really taking those best of each person and utilizing it. We also worked long and hard and, do we stay two names? Do we go to one name? How do we do that? And so that was a work through process, and I'm just so excited about where we're going. And David will announce kind of some fun things that we're doing.
Yeah, and I will say you had to pick a name, okay? And it may appear as if there was ego involved. I have to tell you, as best I can, we put that aside. Here's what we figured, though. Littlejohn is kind of catchy. Everybody seems to remember that. There were some other companies actually that have the name Vantage Point. So as we thought about it, we said, well, let's go with what everybody can remember. And so that was the banner we chose. Here's the fun thing. There really is some history and lore that dates back to the Robin Hood times. So there is part of the family name. And in bringing the team together, we also wanted to bring a refreshed identity so we all get a fresh start together. So we are going to be announcing our new look. So we are going from this to, and I don't know how we put a drum roll in here, but I would do it if we could. Ta-da! So there is, you can see on screen the new logo. It's got the shield for strength. It's got the feather is both the quill of a pen, but also the fletching of the arrow. So we stand ready to be precise on target. We also know the pen is mightier than the sword in this day and age, so we will be erring on that side. But nevertheless, we hope you appreciate the new look. The same team players, but now functioning as a single team, single organization. And honestly, I am thrilled. It really has been a couple years. We've had retreats, we've had the meetings we've had, right? But now it is all here. And at the end of the day, what does it mean for you, the client? You are not getting less, you are getting more. You should get more access. It frees up time, and everybody has the specialties they bring to the table. So we're able to distribute the workload and accomplish more. And it ultimately is a benefit to you, the client. So as always, if you would like to reach out, we encourage you to do so. You can see on screen, we've got the website. If you go to Vantage Point's website, if you've got that, it's still gonna, for a little while, it's gonna redirect you, but you're gonna find us here. We've got the same phone numbers you've always had are going to reach us, and the same emails are, we'll start to, refresh those. But if you send an email, it's going to forward. So from your perspective, it should be easy and unchanged. We just wanted to make sure you got a chance to meet and see the faces of all the team members. So we are thrilled for the next chapter. Thanks everybody for all of the nonsense that has been 2020. I'd like to believe this is a silver lining. So until we see you again, just thanks for tuning in. And this is David Littlejohn. Wes?
This is Wes Holt.
All right, and we'll just let everybody wave. Kelsey, Shannon, Justin, Katie, Heather, your new Brady Bunch. All right, gang, take care, everyone. We will catch you on the flip side.